This is the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial and diamond expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping our show on May 27th, 2016. Last week in Canada, we had our Victoria Day long weekend on Monday. In the United States, they have the Memorial Day long weekend holiday on Monday, so they get their break on Monday. Keep that in mind. Financial markets in the United States will be closed on Monday. Connect with us at rarecoloreddiamonds.com. rarecoloreddiamonds.com, 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022, our featured diamond of the week. It's a beauty. It's a .30 carat radiant cut fancy red. Red, now along with blue, the rarest of the rare. Coming up later in the show, we will talk about a blue diamond that was announced this week for auction. This is another amazing blue diamond. Green diamond, the Aurora, coming up for auction on Tuesday. We'll have auction results from Christie's at the Magnificent Jewel Sale in Geneva last week. And we'll talk a little bit more about white diamonds. Some big white diamonds came on the market, and that's coming up in the second half of the show. Don't forget, if you ever miss a radio show, they're archived on Harold's two websites, HESradio.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. We have a podcast through iTunes. Type in The World Financial Report on Radio. You'll find us there. We're also on TuneIn, and we have our very own YouTube page. So we're portable. We go on any of your devices, anywhere you do. And as I was saying, connect with Harold at 1-800-432-1022, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Get our free weekly newsletter, the companion to our radio show. You can go through the info in 5 minutes, see what Harold and I are talking about, or you can spend hours if you want. And one of the things you're going to find listening to the radio show, going through our material in our free weekly newsletter, Harold has been spot on with his projections. A lot of people were saying that gold was going to continue to run. Harold was saying no, U.S. dollar is going to strengthen, and we did see that throughout the week. We also saw gold pull back pretty much every day. So, Harold, once again, you're the correct prognosticator, and your predictions have come true. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Again, all I want to do at this point here is give the listeners to our show and our clients the information they need to make the right decision. You know, the fact is that I'm very bullish on gold long term, but again, when I see a situation like this that's going to affect the way that my clients make money, I've got to let you know, no matter how unpopular the call is, I know everybody wants to see gold rally. It's just not the right time yet. Now, we did see a huge rally at the beginning of the year. We saw gold go up by about 30%. Gold went from 1,050 all the way up to over 1,300. And at that point, most of the analysts felt at that point that the world economies were starting to suffer severely and the U.S. dollar was going to drop substantially, and they looked for gold to start to rally. They were thinking that gold was going back up to $1,500, $1,600, and I do believe that we are going to hit those numbers and possibly on the next rally. However, I want you to understand that, you know, gold's movement depends an awful lot on what's happening with the strength of the U.S. dollar. And at this particular point, even though the U.S. dollar is trading between 95 and 96 cents, we're waiting to see what the Federal Reserve is going to do in June and July and see if they are going to actually raise interest rates. Now, if they do, and I believe that they will, we're going to see the U.S. dollar rally and rally very strong, which will push gold back down to about $1,000 or possibly even lower. You know, the fact is that if the U.S. dollar breaks par, which we've seen already this year, but if it breaks par and then goes to 105, 108, 110, the thing is that will be the highest point that the U.S. dollar has ever hit, and that's why I'm looking for additional pressure on the gold market at this particular point. So, again, it's imperative that you have the right information so you can make the right decisions as to what you're going to do moving forward. And again, I just didn't want our listeners to the show to buy into a market at the wrong time. So what we think is going to happen is that gold is going to pull back again. It's been down every single day this week. And again, I'm not looking for one interest rate rise this year. I'm looking for possibly 2 or 3. And if we get 3 interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve this year, then we're going to see the price of gold fall down to about $1,000 in that area, and I'm pretty confident on that. So if that information helps you, and I hope it does, that's the information that you need to move forward with that trade. So what we do see happening is gold pulling back. It's down $6.10 so far today. Don't forget, gold was at just over $1,300, and that's when most analysts believed that gold was going to take off to $1,500, $1,600, $1,800. We felt the opposite way. We felt that gold had to pull back due to what was happening in the currency markets. And with the Commitment of Traders report, this also shows you how important the Commitment of Traders report is if you're going to determine which direction a market is going to take on the short term. And that's exactly what we deducted from that report, was that there was more commercials in the market than speculators that were actually shorting the market, and we felt that the Commitment of Traders report gave us a clear indication that we had a downward move in gold coming, and that's exactly what happened. We've literally seen gold go from over $1,300 an ounce down to where it is today at $1,213. So we've literally seen gold drop almost $100 in the past month. Nobody saw that coming except for us. So we do anticipate that the price of gold is going to pull back. And again, if you need any further information on gold or any of the commodity markets, call me, and I'll sit down with you as long as you need, and I'll let you know what my opinion is on those markets. It's imperative in this type of marketplace that you don't make the wrong moves, because one wrong move can hurt you financially, and there's not too many areas in the investment world today where you can make money. With interest rates at 1% or less, with the stock market as volatile and risky as it is, where 90% of the people that trade the stock market and the commodity markets lose their money, those are not good odds moving forward for anybody looking to take their hard-earned money and have it grow. There's 2 things that I look at personally when I'm investing. One is, how safe is the investment? Capital preservation, am I going to lose my money? Number 2 is capital appreciation. How much money am I going to make, or do I have the opportunity to make on my investment? In this day and age, you know, with the stock market the way that it is, and real estate so difficult, and all that's happening up in Canada with Fort McMurray on fire, and the oil sands, and the oil markets plummeting, and the overall economy in disarray, it's very, very difficult to make money at this particular point. My Canadian clients, I'm Canadian, as most of you know, I'm a Canadian living in the United States, but to me it was my Canadian clients that built my entire business. Not my U.S. clients, not my European clients, but my Canadian clients, and I'm indebted to them. I remember when I started in my career over 33 years ago, it was my Canadian clients that believed in me and helped me build a business that turned out to be the largest brokerage firm in all of North America. And any time I went to grow my businesses, it was my friends and clients in Canada that believed in me and backed me in my endeavors. And it's payback time. I've been able to do some private investments with my Canadian clients only that have been netting us 25% a year or more. That's right. You've heard it correctly, 25% a year or more. If that's of interest to you, you need to call me and I'll explain what we're doing. And if you want to be involved, again, this is exclusively for our Canadian clients. And again, we're doing tremendously well in our private investments. And I'll let you know that most of those investments are due to the mining of very rare uncut rough diamonds. We've been doing tremendously well in the green and orange diamond market. My partners are 4th-generation miners from Venezuela, and they know this business extremely well. And again, our clients have been doing tremendously well. So forget about making 1% by putting your money in the bank, or losing your money on your retirement savings plans by being in stock market-related items, investments, and mutual funds. Give us a chance. Let us show you how our clients are doing tremendously well and making over 25% a year. So the gold market is down $6.10. It's been down every single day this week, and we're now trading at $1,213. We broke through major support levels in the gold market this week, and we broke through a major one of $1,225. It took a little bit to get through it, but $1,225 is not the biggest resistance level. $1,050 is at this particular point. We'll have some resistance at the 1,200 level and at the 1150 and 11 quarter level, but again, the major resistance will be at 1,050 and then $1,000, with the biggest support in gold, believe it or not, at 850, which was the benchmark price for gold back in 1980 when it hit its highs. So again, we do see further downside. We see the same for silver, even though silver has been doing a little bit better. It hasn't dropped as substantially. Now, we did have silver all the way up to close to $18. It's trading right now at $16.19, down another 11 cents on the day. And the fact is that silver, if gold does go to 1,000, look for silver to go to around 1150 in that area. Now let's get to the oil market. The oil market tried to break $50 this week, didn't do it. It's down to $49.30. Oil's down about 18 cents today. But the fact is about crude oil is that there's still a huge oversupply of oil. And a lot of countries are not doing well financially, so the demand is down. So even though oil has gone from $26 up to $50, it's actually, pretty well doubled in price. It's done that without any bullish news. And that's the thing that concerns me because, again, if it's just speculation, guys that are speculating in the futures market and bidding up a cheap commodity, well, I understand that. But I don't want anybody to get the impression that all of a sudden we're bullish on crude oil. We're not. We believe that crude oil still has a very strong opportunity to fall back down into the low 30s and high 20s. So again, we'll keep you updated on that. And then we got the currency markets. Again, everything is based off of the U.S. dollar. The U.S. dollar is sitting right now just slightly below the 96-cent level. They're waiting to see if the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates. If we get a rise in interest rates for June or July, then watch for the U.S. dollar to take off. U.S. dollar will go from basically the 76-cent level to about 78 to 70. From the 96-cent level, 95, 96 cents. It'll go up on the first interest rate rise. We'll see it go to about 98 and a half cents. That would be spectacular. Then at that point, if we get another one in July or August, then you're going to see the market break par, and then the U.S. dollar is going to start to break over par and get to the 101.5 to 102 level. And then if we get three of them before the end of the year, watch for us to end the year at about the 105 level, which will push the Canadian dollar to around, I would say, the 72 to 71 cent level, possibly even below that, depending on what the Canadian dollar is doing. When I said that my Canadian clients, by the way, are making 25% a year with me, we've converted Canadian dollars to American dollars, and not only are we doing well on our investments, but as the U.S. dollar gets stronger and the Canadian dollar weakens, that is going to help us tremendously because, again, we could pick up another 20-30% just on the currency alone. So you definitely need to talk to me about that because I can get you into the right position. And right now the Canadian dollar is down 63 points, trading at about the 131 level. So, again, that's the way I see things at this point, Randy. There's not a lot of opportunity out there to make money without speculation, except on the private deals that we're offering to our Canadian clients. And again, I have a firm belief that we are going to see the gold market continue to fall. The silver market will fall with it. By the way, we're now down $7.30 in gold today. Oil should back off. The Canadian dollar should fall, and the U.S. dollar should break par sometime this year and possibly go as high as 103 to 105, depending on how many interest rate hikes we get before the end of the year.
Speak with Harold personally and privately. The call is free. Anything you discuss with him is confidential. 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022. The website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Our featured diamond of the week is a .30 carat radiant cut fancy red. It is a beauty. See it And rarecolorediamonds.com featured Diamond of the Week. Here in Canada, we had our Memorial Day, or actually our holiday, which was Victoria Day. In the United States, they have Memorial Day on Monday. Harold will be around on Tuesday. Keep that in mind. 1-800-432-1022, rarecolorediamonds.com. One of the events that took place during the week was the G7. They met, including our Prime Minister Trudeau. He was really pushing that we don't pay terrorists money for hostages. That was one of his main ideas that came out of the G7. Abe, and he is the Prime Minister of Japan, he came out, and it really surprised me. He was very, very honest during the G7 economic talks. He said the world is at risk of falling into another financial crisis on the scale of 2008, the Lehman shock, if appropriate policy measures weren't taken. And Abe presented a document showing that commodity prices fallen by 55% between 2014 and January 2016, similar to the margin by which they fell in 2008 and 9. So that is a stunning note. The Prime Minister of Japan coming out at the G7 saying that the world is ripe for another financial crisis, if you can believe it. We've talked about in the past companies getting caught manipulating the stock market, manipulating interest rates. And it was interesting to note, Citibank out of the United States fined $425 million for rate manipulation. You can see that story in our free weekly newsletter. Get it from Harold, 1-800-432-1022. The website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Lacey Hunt, and this is a story in our newsletter, said this week, debt is hurling the United States towards an economic crisis. Debt is going to get the United States into a monumental pickle, or at least that's what Lacey Hunt thinks so. Hunt is one of the leaders of Hoisington Investment Management, which manages over $4 billion. And they said that the increasing debt among corporations and the government is going to take the United States down a startling path. Debt becomes very problematic when it does not generate an income stream to replace future interest. Even more problematic is when debt causes asset prices to rise, when corporate profits are falling, or when intrinsic value of some assets such as real estate is falling. Debt can cause a downturn as opposed to inflation and interest rates. That means the average American is not doing that well. The standard of living is about the same as 20 years ago, and I think that's why people don't feel good about things. This has led to a number of ills for the United States, according to Hunt. Fewer job opportunities, the highest number of people on food stamps, and a record percentage of millennials living at home. To be fair, there is one important place where debt has decreased, and that is households. But Lacey Hunt, very, very concerned about the United States and the debt load that they're taking on. One of the items that we've been talking about over the past month is how does the average everyday person with interest rates at roughly 1% make money to retire? And that's why we advocate hard assets. And speaking with Harold Siegel at rarecoloreddiamonds.com, 1-800-432-1022. But further to that, 2/3 of Americans think they'll outlive their savings. And I would imagine that would be the same for Canadians. A new study from Northwestern Mutual suggests that Americans aren't feeling too good about their financial futures. About 2/3 of respondents said there are at least some chances that they'll outlive their savings. 1/3 says there's a 51% or better. 14% says there's a 100% chance. And it's sort of sad when you think about it, Harold. Here we have people who are looking to retire in the near future who do not have confidence that they will be able to retire comfortably. They think they'll outlive their savings. But to make it even worse, no one is doing anything about it. They go on to add, unfortunately, these worries are not translating into action. Only 21% said they have increased their savings, and 44% said they haven't taken any steps at all. And Harold, with about 3 minutes left in our first segment, this is where you come in. We've talked about it on past shows. You have the world giving us roughly 1% in a guaranteed investment certificate here in Canada. You use the rule of 72, divide your interest rate into 72. That will tell you when your money will double. Well, if you're getting 10%, your money's going to double roughly in 7 years. That's very good. If you're getting 5%, not great, but still better than 1%. Your money will double in 72 years. No wonder why you're going to outlive the money that you have for retirement. Harold, there is a better way, and that's why we say to people, give you a call and find out about the alternative programs that you have.
Exactly, Randy. There's no way in the world that anybody can retire today unless they put away a ton of money. Because the fact is that you're not getting any return on your money by putting it in the bank. It used to be that we could get 10% on our money. It wasn't all that long ago, and 10% people could definitely live on if you had, $1 million in the bank or $500,000 in the bank, which a lot of people will accumulate a large amount of money over time, whether it's in their home or in other assets in their retirement savings plan. And again, you look at retirement savings plans, they have not worked out. Very few people will be able to retire based on their retirement savings plans, especially up in Canada. And I know that for a fact because my clients are telling me that in the last 10 years, they haven't made a dime on their RSPs. So again, at this point here, there's alternative assets. There's other ways to go. And again, I've always tried to be ahead of the curve. And again, yes, I could be greedy, and I could keep these investments totally for ourselves, but the fact is that my business was built on my clients doing well, and that's why we're making the offers that we are in alternative investments. Our clients are making over 25% a year, and I don't think anybody else in the investment world can compete with what my company is doing. So, again, if that's of interest to you, you need to give me a call. Again, we're closed for the long weekend, but come again Tuesday. I'll sit down with you and explain what we're doing and see if that will help you.
And definitely take Harold up on his offer. There's no obligation. The call is free. What's discussed is confidential. 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022. The website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. rarecoloreddiamonds.com, the featured diamond of the week. And we're talking about the rarest of the rare. 0.30 carat radiant cut fancy red. See a picture of it in our free weekly newsletter. Go online to rarecoloreddiamonds.com and click on Featured Diamond of the Week, and you will see video of the diamond there. It is spectacular. Blues and reds are the rarest diamonds. Speaking of blues, a big blue, another big blue is coming up for auction. Next week, a green is coming up for auction, and we're going to have some auction results for you in the second half of the show as we talk about diamonds. As the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial and diamond expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping our show on May 27th, 2016. Last Monday, we had our holiday here in Canada, Victoria Day. Unfortunately, it rained all weekend. At the end of Thursday, it started raining, continued Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we hope for our American friends, where it's Memorial Day weekend in the United States, that they have good weather and they have a great holiday Monday. Connect with Harold at rarecoloreddiamonds.com. He's a Canadian living in the United States, and his office will be closed on Monday. Connect with him on Tuesday. rarecoloreddiamonds.com, 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022, our featured diamond this week. And I know Harold will give us a little bit of information on this. It is a 0.30 carat radiant cut fancy red. What a beautiful picture of it we have at rarecoloreddiamonds.com. We have video of it there. It is absolutely spectacular. Last week, And we do have auction results from Christie's Geneva Magnificent Jewel Sale, May 18, 2016, Geneva, Switzerland. Lot 242, the Oppenheimer Blue, a sensational colored diamond ring, fancy vivid blue rectangular cut diamond weighing approximately 14.62 carats. The estimate on it, 38 million, close to 39, up to 46, sold for $58 million. That's right, $58 million. We had the unique pink sell the day before at Sotheby's for $31.5 million. Coming up at auction on Tuesday, the 31st in the Far East, we have the Aurora Green, and we'll talk a little bit about the Aurora Green coming up a little later in the show. But one of the big stories that came out this week, and we were very, very excited about it. Here we go again. Another blue diamond, the Cullinan Dream, one of the most exquisite diamonds on Earth, extracted from the legendary Cullinan mine in South Africa in 2014. The Cullinan Dream is the largest fancy, intense blue diamond ever to be offered at auction, leading the upcoming Magnificent Jewels auction, Christie's, New York, June the 9th. The Cullinan Dream is 24.18 carats, the largest fancy, intense diamond to be offered at auction, and it's drawn from the Cullinan mine in South Africa, formerly known as the Premier Mine. The diamond is the largest of 4 blue diamonds cut from a 122.52 carat rough unearthed in 2014. Harold, how exciting is this? We have the Aurora Green coming up on Tuesday, the Cullinan a few weeks later in New York City. We had the 2 big sales in Geneva last week. It's just, if you're investing in diamonds right now, colored diamonds in particular, you must be so pleased to see the prices they're getting, and they're really the star of the show.
You bet they are, again, and the fact that some of these blues are coming out of collections at this point only, talks about the fact that the prices that they're getting for these amazing assets are astronomical. And there's a reason for it. I mean, anybody who could afford to buy a 20, 40, 50, $60 million diamond, they don't plop down that kind of money just, for whatever reason. They do it for investment purposes. And to invest that kind of money, it's not that I hope that I'm going to make some money on it. They know that they're going to make money on it because these assets never, ever decline in value, ever. You talk about these blues, I'm sure that if we knew the history of some of these diamonds and how far back they go and the prices that they were purchased for, we would see the benefit of this type of alternative asset. And again, the prices that we're seeing for blue diamonds and pink diamonds, and we're going to see on Tuesday what the green diamond goes for. But again, you're talking these diamonds are now up to $4 million a carat or higher. That was almost unheard of 10 years ago. If you ever asked if diamonds could have hit that price range, most people would have said absolutely not. But look what's happening. Every single auction, these diamonds are selling for record prices, and we're just absolutely ecstatic because we were the company that brought the investment diamond business to our clients. It really never existed before we got into it. We're building it. We're building our auction site. Actually, this weekend, we have our friends in from Relentless Technologies from Vancouver, and they came down here to Florida to visit and to show us our new website. We've updated our technology, and we'll be doing the most amazing virtual seminars and virtual auctions coming into the fall and winter, and again, we're ecstatic about it. We had to change our technology because at 2 or 3 years ago, when we first started doing virtual auctions, we found that most of our clients would actually participate on their home computers. Now we're finding that 80% of our clients around the world will participate in our auctions and seminars on their iPhone. So you could actually go to the App Store, you can type in H. Siegel Fine Auctions, and you can download the app for our auctions that'll be coming up on your iPhone. So no matter where you are in the world, in pretty well real time, there's about a half a second delay. It's the most amazing auction website, I believe, on earth today. I don't think that there's any other company that has anything close to what we have as far as efficiency and actually how it works, and the fact that it's so mobile. So again, we intend on taking our auction business to a huge level over the next couple of years. And again, we built this auction website as a secondary market to resell our clients' diamonds. Something like this never existed before. So the fact is that we're building our business. The fact is that right now we're seeing what blue diamonds are doing at auction and pinks. And again, we've got a unique situation. We've got a situation where the one mine in the world that produces 90% or actually 95% of the pink diamonds is going to close within the next 4 years or less, 3.5 years, which is an unbelievable situation. It means that there won't be hardly any more pink diamonds, and we anticipate that the prices of pinks are going to do what other major diamonds have done, like blues and reds and soon-to-be greens, are all going to make these type of monumental moves. And again, when we talk about an actual investment, you talk about, number one, capital preservation. Rare-colored diamonds are the epitome of that type of investment because they've never declined in value. They're one of a kind. And then it gives you an opportunity to appreciate in value, which most assets are not doing at this point. So rare-colored diamonds are a unique asset. And again, Randy is going to touch on some of the auction results. And what we found is that where the major emphasis was on the major blues and pinks and greens that are selling for $4 million a carat, what you also have to look at is the other diamonds that are selling that are much smaller diamonds. They're not $20 or $50 million diamonds. They're $100,000 diamonds. They're $50,000 diamonds. They're $80,000 diamonds. And if you look at the results on those, they're all selling for way more, percentage-wise, than any other diamonds selling at. So again, we're ecstatic about that. Again, this is a market that we brought to our clients about 10 years ago. And again, we're gearing up to be able to do some major sales in the diamond market. We're starting to attract a lot of Europeans. Americans are starting to invest in diamonds. My Canadian clients are huge owners of diamonds. And again, we're excited as can be about what the foreseeable near future is going to bring us in the diamond market. So the featured diamond is an extremely rare red diamond. It's a .30, so it's about a third of a carat, but it's one of the rarest diamonds in the world because it's red. Again, reds are the rarest, followed by blues, pinks and greens, and oranges. And by the way, our private investments are all to do with mining rough green and orange diamonds. And what we anticipate is going to happen on Tuesday is one of the largest, if not the largest, vivid green diamond is going up for sale, and it's supposed to sell between $3.5 to $4 million per carat. And this is what we just started to bring to the marketplace with our amazing uncut rough green diamonds. And this is why we're able to, for our clients to make huge returns by just investing with us as partners, not actually owning the actual diamond, but actually being my partner in investing in some of these parcels. So if that's of interest to you, our clients are doing tremendously well. We're making over 25% a year on some investments and even better on others. Again, I don't want to go on into them over the radio, so please give me a call and I'll explain them to you. And if it's something that you're comfortable with, you could do extremely well in U.S. dollars and in rare-colored diamonds in our mining section that is doing tremendously well at this time.
Connect with Harold, 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022. RareColoredDiamonds.com is the website. Our featured diamond of the week, as Harold was saying, it is a rare red. Reds, they are so rare, similar to blue diamonds. A .30 carat radiant cut fancy red, our featured diamond of the week. See it at RareColoredDiamonds.com. Featured diamond. We have a picture of it in our free weekly newsletter. As Harold touched on, let's go through a couple of auction results. Christie's Geneva Magnificent Jewel Sale, May 18, 2016, Geneva, Switzerland. There were so many results for the Christie's auction. I didn't even put in the Sotheby's auction, which was the day before. We will have that next week. There was just way too many auction results. didn't want to inundate people, but we'll take a look at these results this week, and next week we will have the auction results from Sotheby's. Now, here is what Harold is talking about. Some of the smaller diamonds. We know the big blue, the Oppenheimer, went for $58 million. Now, here's lot 176, a diamond and colored diamond ring set with a fancy deep brown yellow oval cut weighing approximately 12.16 carats. The estimate on it, $22,500. The price realized, $61,000, $61,231. We also have lot 41, diamond and colored diamond pendant necklace. The detachable pendant set to the center with a heart-shaped fancy yellow diamond weighing approximately 7.63 carats within a marquee-cut pink diamond and diamond double surround enhanced by 2 lines of yellow diamond collets to the yellow diamond set surmount and diamond set chain. Now, the estimate on this was $61,000. It went for $108,000. Now, this is one that I think is going to get a lot of people very, very excited because we had, and this was a big one, lot 14, Harold. I hope you're sitting down. Lot 14, okay. An unmounted colored diamond, fancy pink pear brilliant cut, weighing approximately 1.44 carats. And they say here that it's VS1 clarity, also with a working diagram indicating the clarity of the diamond is potentially internally flawless. The estimate on it, $51,240. The price realized, $182,671 at auction. Harold, you're right. The smaller diamonds are getting bigger price appreciation than compared to some of the bigger diamonds beyond the Oppenheimer. And that's what we've talked about on past shows. The smaller diamonds seem to be giving people bigger bangs for their buck when it comes to price appreciation.
Well, they certainly are. And let's face it, most people cannot afford multi-million-dollar diamonds. They're few and far between. So the fact is that they make the big news, obviously, because these diamonds are, spectacular, and all you have to do is look at them and, see the emerald cuts and the rounds and everything and how beautiful the vivid diamonds are. And, once you look at these diamonds, you understand how valuable they can be. But again, diamonds are a great investment for the people that don't have multi-million dollars to spend. And basically, the results are right there in front of you. If you want to see the results of these auctions, get a free newsletter. The fact is that everything that Randy and I do, we try to do it for free. We don't charge for our newsletter. Obviously, don't charge for the radio show. We don't charge for seminars. We do online and seminars. And again, everything that we do is to give the right information to our listeners and clients so they can make the right decision for them. We're ecstatic about what's happening in the diamond market. Again, we're building a massive diamond investment business that includes everything. We own Diamante Atelier, which is our retail wholesale jewelry business. We have over 3,000 fine pieces of colored diamond jewelry that is spectacular. We have a private showroom on the #1 wealthiest street in North America, which is Worth Avenue, where Donald Trump lives. Many of our clients from Canada have come down to visit and have seen our private showroom and have absolutely left, in awe of everything that they saw. Then we have our Rare Colored Diamonds website and business, which is our investment diamond. Then we have our natural diamond investment program, which pays our clients actually an income every single month. And then we have our Eagle Diamond program, which deals in the mining of rough, uncut, extremely rare colored diamonds. And then we have our auction business. We have 8 Seagull Fine Auctions, which, again, I believe is going to be pretty well one of our biggest businesses as we develop it further and bring on more participants. we plan on building that business because that's where our clients will ultimately sell their diamonds. So that's what we're working hardest on at this point. So again, we're not just a one-dimensional company. We have 5 different divisions, and all of them at this point here are working very strongly. So again, we're ecstatic about the what's happening presently, but the foreseeable near future is going to be extremely exciting. So if you haven't received our newsletter previously, it's totally free of charge. We'll email it to you every single week, and you'll get the same information that Randy and I get every single week. And Randy just does an amazing job with the newsletter. It's pretty well famous, and all of our clients basically subscribe to it. And again, it's totally free of charge. It not only encumbers everything that we talk about on the radio show, but an awful lot more. And again, it's imperative that you understand what's happening in the marketplaces at this time. That's why we do what we do.
By the way, I forgot to mention the Cullinan Dream. What the estimate on it is, $23 million to $29 million. And I was just so excited talking about the Cullinan Dream. Forgot to mention that they think it will go for up to $29 million. So keep that in mind when it goes for auction June the 9th. Connect with Harold at 1-800-432-1022. 1-800-432-1022. RareColoredDiamonds.com is his website. Our featured diamond of the week is a .30 carat radiant cut fancy red. We have not had a red diamond as a featured diamond in quite some time, and they really are the rarest of the rare. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, next Tuesday, we've been waiting and talking about this for quite some time. Christie's is going to offer the largest ever fancy vivid green diamond for sale at auction. The largest ever fancy vivid green diamond is the Aurora Green, and it's a rare 5.03 carat stone, and it's coming up on May the 31st in Hong Kong. The stone is VS2 clarity and no fluorescence, which is extremely rare for such a diamond and is radiant cut. Christie's has no official release on any information about the sale, but an insider has estimated that the diamond has been valued at approximately 16 to 20 million, or 3.18 million to 3.98 million per carat. And green is a very desirable color in Asia, and it's possible that it could go for a record price. So we're very excited about this. It's coming up on Tuesday, May the 31st in Hong Kong. The Aurora Green is coming up for sale. And I think one of the things that excites us so much is Harold is really a worldwide leader in green diamonds. He has led the charge there. And green diamonds, when they come up for auction, it is so rare that it is headline news, as we're finding with the Aurora Green. We have just a beautiful picture of the Aurora Green diamond just as a stone and then set in a diamond ring. And you can see it in our free weekly newsletter. Get that from Harold, 1-800-432-1022, RareColoredDiamonds.com. But Harold, we have another article, too, that I think we want people to take a look at this week, and we can send it to you. The world's most expensive diamonds. The Oppenheimer Blue sold for $58 million at auction in Geneva last week, making it the most expensive diamond ever auctioned. What makes certain stones so special? Well, they go through and they talk about the different diamonds. They talk about the Oppenheimer, the Blue Moon of Josephine, $48.5 million, the Graph Pink, $46.2 million, the Princey Diamond, the pink diamond, $39.3 million, also the Orange, $35.5 million, the Zoe Diamond, $32.6 million, and the Unique Pink, $31.6 million. That is a great article. Highly encourage you to take a look at it. Harold, what are your thoughts on this green diamond? I have a feeling that it has a very good chance at breaking some records on Tuesday.
Well, it should. I've never seen a green diamond as beautiful as that. I mean, it is absolutely spectacular. And green diamonds get their color from uranium. Very seldom will you see a green diamond. Now, we have a rough diamond that we're cutting that's over 7.5 carats, and it's a vivid green. We just have to plot it out and see what it's going to cut down to. But again, it's definitely a vivid green, and it is definitely a diamond that will sell, for a fortune down the road. So you're talking now that the odd time that a vivid green diamond like the one that's coming up for sale, the Aurora, is going to sell for $4 million a carat. That's what blue diamonds are selling for now. So again, we're leading you in the exact right direction. Green diamonds are the next blues, and we're just at the forefront of it. We've been mining green diamonds. We have rough, uncut green diamonds, and that's why our clients are able to do as well as they're doing, because they're investing in the actual mining with us, not owning the actual stone. We've taken on partners in some of these outrageous diamonds, and again, our clients should be able to do tremendously well over the next few years on these spectacular greens. And next, after the greens, come the orange diamonds that should do equally as well. So that's our major focus moving forward, is getting into the right assets, the alternative asset markets that our clients could do extremely well with very, very little risk.
Our featured diamond of the week is a .30 carat radiant cut fancy red diamond. See it at rarecoloreddiamonds.com, featured diamond of the week. Connect with Harold at 1-800-432-1022. To go through a few more auction results, and now these are some of the big ones of the Christie's Geneva Magnificent Jewel Sale, May 18, 2016. We mentioned the Oppenheimer, $58 million. Lot 224, the Oriental Sunrise. Love the name, just beautiful. A unique and rare pair of diamond and colored diamond earrings, each fancy vivid orange, yellow, oval cut diamonds. Just gorgeous. Estimate on it, $9.7 million, went for $11.5 million. Lot 234, a pair of diamond and superb colored diamond ear pendants, each heart-shaped diamond surmount, weighing approximately 1.5 to 1.45 carats, one suspending a fancy intense blue pear-shaped diamond, and then there's a fancy intense pink, and it is just beautiful. The estimate on this was $5.5 million. It went for close to $6 million. Lot 196, a rare pair of diamond and colored diamond earrings, each fancy intense blue rectangular colored diamonds, weighing 3 and roughly 2.5 carats. The estimate on that, 3.5, went for $4.9 million. Harold, I think you're getting an idea that this sale did very, very well, and the auction results are proving it out. In fact, the auction results we're going to have next week from Sotheby's were even better than Christie's. But we can't wait for the Aurora, and it was so exciting last week when we had the Oppenheimer Blue go for $58 million. The thing that amazes me, and Harold, we have about a minute left, people who know nothing about diamonds, do not follow the diamond market the way we do. This is the beauty of colored diamonds, and what a big one like Oppenheimer does. It raises the consciousness and awareness of everybody. I had people talking to me about the Oppenheimer Blue $58 million who know nothing about diamonds, don't listen to our radio program. So it was outstanding, Harold. About a minute left to see that kind of promotion for rare colored diamonds.
You better believe it, Randy. It's a phenomenal thing when you believe in something and you start a business based on that and see that business grow over time and take on a whole new life. So again, we're just ecstatic about what's happening in the diamond market. Again, our alternative assets are doing tremendously well at a time when most people aren't. With 1% interest rates, nobody can make money. With the stock market the way that it is, unless you're an expert trader, nobody can make money. In fact, 90% of the people are losing in that market. Let's get out of those situations and get into something that is going to help you be able to retire one day. That's what our goals are, and the fact is most people won't be able to do that unless they make some major changes. So, again, Randy, I'm just very pleased with what's happened in the diamond market, especially recently with the blues and the greens and the pinks. Just absolutely phenomenal.
Our featured diamond of the week is a .30 carat radiant cut fancy red diamond. See the video online at rarecoloreddiamonds.com. Featured diamond of the week. We have a picture of the diamond in our free weekly newsletter. This diamond is very, very rare. Reds are the rarest along with blues. Harold, we wish you, obviously, you're a Canadian living in the United States, wish you a happy Memorial Day and long weekend. And to all the listeners of our radio program all around the world, not just here in Edmonton, but those in the United States, hope you have a good long weekend. Thank you for your knowledge, Harold.
My pleasure. I wish everybody a wonderful weekend and a very profitable day. Thanks for listening to our show.
Connect with Harold, 1-800-432-1022, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. That's it. Another edition of the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall. We will talk to you next week.